Okay, everybody, we have a fun experiment today. So, for all you cable deniers out there, we're going to do a little experiment. We have ordered, and Rick and Mike have put together, there's Rick and Mike. They have built these Doolin 12 gauge tin copper cables from Parts Express. So for all those people who say, "Ah, man, just get some cheap cable. It's all the same." They put some really nice Audio Quest connectors on here. So they actually doubled up the Doolin wire as well. So instead of 12 gauge, it's 9 gauge. So all in all, this cost approximately about $600, I think, with the connectors and everything. So $700 somewhere in there. So we're gonna do a little experiment for all you guys that say, "Hey, cables don't matter." All we're gonna swap out today are the speaker cables. So these these are the Doolins right here, and then these are the Nordost Odin 2. So we've been doing our own listening back and forth, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you're a cable denier, you need to give your head a shake because it's going to change. So we're using the MSB 205 monoblocks into the Clarisis Audio Auditorium speakers. We've got our Strom tank, and then we're feeding the MSB amps directly from the MSB Select 2, and the volume is going to be set at 89 for this experiment. So, all right, guys, we are starting with the Dueland from Parts Express. For all the people out there that say, "Hey, cables don't matter," let's give it a listen.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there. So as you can see, volume's 89, and I'm going to ask Mike and Rick to swap out. We're going to keep the video running so you can see that there's no other changes going on. So they're going to swap out the Doolin wire, and they're going to put in the Nordost Odin 2 speaker cables. Everything else remains the same in the system. So again, easiest way to tell the difference that cables make is literally just change out one. I know one experiment we like to do here in the store is that we'll get an integrated with a DAC in it, and the only thing we change is the power cord. That's it, just the power cord. We'll go from the stock cord to a aftermarket cord, and people can't believe the difference one power cord can make in an integrated. And that's to drive home the point that, you know, for all the cable deniers and the cable haters out there, that they do make a big difference. So these guys are almost done swapping it out. We're going to be putting in the Odin 2 and firing it back up. We're going to play the same song, at the same volume. You guys will be able to take a listen. And you'll hear the difference immediately, even, believe it or not, over YouTube. So we've kept everything running. Rick is almost done.
Good. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. And here we go. Amps are fired up, and we're going over to Odin 2, same volume.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here. From this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear, you are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here.
All right, we'll just pause it there at the same spot. So you guys got to hear, again, volume was the same, everything was the same, and the only thing we changed out was the speaker cables. Mike, what did you hear for a difference?
So I thought that the dueling was a little bit muddy. It was, I mean, it's still, you can still pick up the details, but I think comparing the two, there's definitely, especially in the piano, more definition, more, even, it seemed dynamic range and even harmonics between the piano, you know, the different notes and chords.
Yep.
And obviously the air in the Nordost, yeah, there's almost no air at all in the dueling cables, in my opinion.
In the Doolins, yeah, it was very muddy. It sounded veiled to me. Rick, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Mike. It was very veiled with the Doolins. The Doolins have a softer, more romantic, rolled off sound. You lose some information there, but it kind of is an equalizer, a tone control for people that have real aggressive speakers, horns, compression drivers.
Teal tweeters.
Yeah, teal tweeters. A brilliant tweeter,
A brilliant
diamond tweeter, anything that's too aggressive, the Doolin can help you out.
Yeah.
But for something that's neutral, you want to get all the information there is.
Yeah.
Then the Nordost, it has that low level information,
Yeah.
the dynamics, the air. You can hear the reverb tails, like the notes of the piano. You hear
Correct.
that as it gets smaller. You can
Right.
hear that much clearer with the Nordost.
Yeah, the point of this experiment is to show that cables do make a difference. There's just so much chatter online from people. Well, you know, it's all in your head. You know, there's no difference in cables. It's all, but you know, there's so much difference between the cable. We hear it every day between a Wire World and a Nordost, night and day. Between a Shinyata and an Audio Quest, night and day. So we hear it all day long. And this experiment was to prove that, yeah, you know, if you're going to go out and just, you know, get some wire from Parts Express and make your own cable, it's fine. Go ahead and do it. But don't think that it's going to sound as good as some of the other cables that are out there on the market. That's really the point. You got to listen. You got to compare. You got to find the right cable for you, for your budget, everything like that. But don't be walking around thinking they all sound the same, because they sure
No,
don't.
and this was a very good example of the two extremes, because the tinned stranded copper of Doolin with the silver plated solid core copper of Nordost are about as different as you can get in
Yep.
sound and construction.
Yep.
So this was like a worst case scenario of,
The two extremes.
the two extremes.
And that's what we were trying to
Worse.
show.
It wasn't like they're right next to each other. These two, if you can't hear this, then just stick with your
Yeah, stick with your
cable from Home Depot.
your AM radio that's in your kitchen, and don't worry about it. Exactly. So yes, cables do make a difference. They do sound different, and those people out there that think they don't, they're just fooling themselves. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to Mike and Rick for the help, and keep on watching Suncoast Audio. Check the like and the follow us on YouTube, and we appreciate it. Thank you.